Nice.
Gotta get set up in front of Brio there if you want to retake the lead. Spawn truck's going in. Let's see here.
Vehicle close if anyone's got a launcher.
It's just circling the building.
Zombie, be careful of that window facing the radar dome.
Go. Oh, sugar.
There's another one.
I forgot about that pole, otherwise I'm gonna land right over here. Oh, he's right there. Hmm. Someone finally got him.
I didn't.
Sniper for 100 meters.
Yeah, he's on the radar, hell.
Guys, I think there is SV somewhere. Where that?
Svi on my mark. Svi on my mark.
Careful, careful. Smoke from there.
Carry. Oh, left side. I got the revives after we land. Hang tight. Oh my god. I mean, how can they camp right there and our guys not see them? No, it's the ambush is here. Ugh.
I think enemy is weak. Is there blood?
Good luck. Oh. Man, they're everywhere.
Nice job. Lovely.
Two guys on me. Anton. Guy in the south. Where you landed us, there are enemies 4 or 5 times. I think their spawn is there.
Alright. Thanks for that. Me too.
Miles.
Yeah, there's enemy everywhere.
Thank you.
Go. Look at this quick fix here.
You're a genius, just heard someone close to me, be careful.
I can hear him, I just can't see him. Oh my god. Is that guy cheating, man?
Yeah, enemy spawn is somewhere where I died.
E.
Subscribe, soldier. Do it now.
Guy gave the land sign there and he decides not to come.
Did you see the flying car?
Yes.
See if we can land in here. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping by. Just started a few minutes ago. Let's see. We try to play RHS more. And more playing during the daytime instead of in the evenings. Let's see. Get a little better at the little bird. Got my field of view popped out so you guys can see the cycling moving. I think it looks a little better for streaming, but it does make it more difficult to fly just because I'm not used to it. Make sure I'm gonna stay a little higher this time. Try to dive in. Good luck. Oh, I tell you what, I know for the Hummingbird they changed it, but I think the Little Bird too, man. You touch anything and everything blows up. Oh, you're in the heli, that's cool. Do you have the same name in ARMA?
On my body. Guy inside the building, guy outside.
Because that name does look a little familiar. Oh, guy killed me. He wasn't even watching. Yeah, at some point I'd love to get a purple controls, pedals and everything. Right now I just use that. I use a transmitter for flying. And it works well just because I play on my TV in my living room. But someday I'll get a full setup.
Damaged? They can spawn.
Yeah, I remember that name now. Yep.
And then we had it inbound.
Got Rob back on board here. Shake the map real quick here. Oof. I don't understand this. Let's see. I'm trying to land in spots. I land the Hummingbird, and it's not as easy. Just the way the flight dynamics are in this little bird. It flies heavier. It's a little slower to respond, but I know when flying this little bird, I try to limit like my turn landing, whatever, coordinated turn landing to at most 180 degrees, just because it does scrub speed so fast. Let's see.
There's a guy underneath you, Anton. He's coming in your building.
Yeah, no, I hear.
Did you see that little bird land?
Yeah, don't
If
move.
you want to call it that. Good luck. Oh, I knocked him over. I knocked him over. Damn it. Alright, I'm reading chats on the flight back here. I picked up track. Oh yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck!
The I had the track IR,
One down.
and I really liked how immersive it was, but I hadn't learned like
You're
that.
at the back. You're
Two
at the
down.
back.
Nice. Get wrecked,
Nice.
motherfuckers.
And it screwed up my flying. I would definitely do it again. If I get set up with the joystick and pedals and everything, I'll just switch to track IR because I love how the look of it. But it was hard. It was hard to, I guess, launch is the best way to describe it, or use it with a TV, just because you understand how close you have to be to it with a camera to pick it up. But definitely try it again. Actually got like a little sick, like air sick, when I was using it one time. But quite honestly, that's been 4 years now since I played around with that. Ended up selling everything too. I should have kept it. I think that guy just crashed. I tried avoiding him. Oops. Oh yeah, keyboard binds. It's kind of funny. I only know my keyboard binds just by memory, but if I had to think and write down what they were, I don't think I could do it. That's like flying too. It's like when I started flying, I was using a mouse and keyboard for a little bit, and then I did like PS4 controller, and then like a Extreme 3D Pro whatever joystick, and to go back and like to try to fly with mouse and keyboard, it would be impossible for me. That's like if I get the joystick, the Virpil, there'd be a while to relearn everything, because I'm sure everything would feel so much different. These enemies pretty much got this whole map on lockdown whenever I've been landing and getting shot, it seems like. Ready? Good luck. Yeah, they changed the game settings clearly. I know I'm flying the Hummingbird, I'm losing my tail rotor a lot more often. It seems to be my main rotor gets whacked here more consistently. Here on mouse and keyboard, eh? Let's see. You know, with what I fly with that transmitter, the settings with the in-game settings for the controller allow me to smooth out, because you can see like I'm kind of whipping my cyclic around, but you can smooth out the input so much with that controller setup in game, which is so nice. And I wish, like I got Reforger and I got Squad, and neither of them have
Above you,
support
Rob,
for
your
the
building,
controller I
to your
use,
left, Rob, above
and
you.
it's so
Yeah,
frustrating.
really, there's someone close to me.
Damien, the building,
Not
broken
sure on
building.
direction.
Yeah, watching, to my left.
Yeah, he's above you, He's, if you nade that
Hey.
room on top there, he's in there. The left, far left room, yeah. Nade him and you'll get him.
I missed the night, fuck.
He's on the stairs, Rob. He went down the stairs. I got him, he's
What
dead.
the fuck is going on with that night?
Yeah, I tried using, talking about WS and stuff like that, I tried doing mouse and keyboard on Reforger and Squad, and that's how I learned how to fly in ARMA, and it was terrible. Frustrating.
Wow.
I didn't give it too much effort, quite honestly. I played a couple hours, because I find if I try to switch it up
Oh, he's dead.
and then come back to using what I
Yeah, I
use,
snapped him, yeah.
it's damn near impossible.
He was in the session, he's dead.
Let's see here. I could land somewhere in here, I think.
Who killed you, Rob?
And I have tried an emulator too, but it was the emulator was not good for me. For one, I tried so many, and I was only able to get one to work just because of my limited computer knowledge. But the emulator was, I don't know how to describe it. It was taking my inputs on my controller, and it was basically converting them to key taps. Or just key hold downs, I guess best way to describe it. So if I wanted to...
Hey, Grunt. Subscribe already.
If I wanted to hover or move to like a mid-range, like a slow descent, it was basically all or nothing, and I would like kind of whip my controls, like if this was my collective, it was just stupid. So I don't know, it was frustrating. I might have screwed the pooch here. I took the wrong angle in. Too close to prio the way this game's going. Be testing limits like this. Oh shit! I got smoked. But yeah, that emulator did not work for me at all. That was terrible. That was embarrassing. I knew when I was going in, I had the wrong angle. Just quite honestly, in RHS, it's almost better for me not to use points, landing marks, because I end up forcing it too much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's try not to crash this time.
Some D1 very close to your house. Like,
Seems like the last few times I came in from this side, their spawn trip was over here, but we'll try again. See what happens. That dead tree almost got me. forgot where I wanted to land. Whoa. Good luck. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, why did it kick me out? It kicked me out of the alley. I'm reading the chat. It's a massive difference than the drone helicopter controllers, right? Yeah, I used PS4 just because that's what I played when I was younger there, and I was familiar with the layout. But I think any controller is a step up for mouse and keyboard. Because I know when I went from mouse and keyboard to the PS4 controller, it was more intuitive, and plus it opens up the additional settings within the game. Yeah, talking about FPV quads and stuff like that. That's kind of what got me into ARMA, because I had started compiling the parts. I wanted to get into FPV quads, and I've got a Tyrannus transmitter for that. And I had been practicing on one of the simulator softwares for FPV. I can't remember which one it was, quite honestly, Liftoff or something. And so I had the controller for it, and then I'd seen ARMA and the helicopters. I was like, okay, I'll play ARMA, and I totally forgot about my controller until I had gone through everything there. I was saying there's joystick control, different PS4 controller in it, and I was remember, man, I could probably plug my transmitter in because I was using it to fly simulation software for FPV, and it worked perfect, and the control is so nice, and you can see it in my description there which one I have. But I mean, this at the time, I think I paid $100. It was on sale, my Tyrannus, and I think they got even cheaper ones now that are better quality. Just looking, every once in a while I'll peruse the FPV videos, and Josh Bardwell has a channel there all about FPV drones and quads. He's got a bunch of tutorials, so I used to watch him a lot. But I just saw one where I can't remember the name of the transmitter there, but I think it's like $80 or $70.
They're all northeast. Watch out there in the two buildings across the road when you look from the grave here.
When I was a kid, though, I did a fair amount of RC remote control planes, gas powered, a little bit of gliders. So I was, whoops, there's going to be enemy right here, I think. So I was a little bit familiar with the old transmitter systems. Now the new ones run off of open source software, which I had to watch another video on how to set it up, but watching that wasn't bad. It just wasn't familiar with me at the time. But no, from the control with the sticks and the spring tension on the sticks, and the internal settings on the transmitter and everything, it just makes it really nice.
Aldi, Rossi?
I gotta try to quit striking my tail. Look. Did you figure? Okay, I'm gonna read the chat here as I'm flying back.
What
did you
about the
figure
guy
out
I killed?
your own settings for ARMA? Vines are such a pain. Yeah, I did, and I slowly dialed them in.
Was not the guy.
You know, through my gameplay. But one thing, I'll pause here once I get back to base. Actually, I can do it right now. One thing that helped me coming from my previous experience with remote control planes was the settings in ARMA. Let's see if I can find a safe spot to land here. My very first how to fly video touches on it, and I don't think I've described it much since, but the idea of dual rates and exponential and what it means. So like, just for example here, this number 2 and number 3 inputs is my cyclic, but this is dual rates. And if you don't know what that is, like if you don't, a lot of guys go into controller and don't hit show. and it pops these up. And I think they just don't do it because they don't know what those are, but these basically are multipliers for your stick movement. So as an example, 1.0, I'll just do it 1.0 here. For your, this is my cyclic. On my transmitter, my cyclic centers up my stick and I can move it any direction, but from center to right, full right lockout, when I look at it, say it, I have to move my little gimbal stick 1 inch. Dual rates can multiply, it, don't even multiply, I guess divide. So if with it set to 1, to get to full input, see this is 95, it should be 100. I don't know why it's not. But to get
Like
from center to 100 is 1 inch movement. When I change this to 1.9, it divides the distance traveled to get full lockout. And just for simplicity's sake, if this was 2, it would take my 1 inch stick movement to get to 100% full lockout to the right, divide it by 2. I'd only have to go a ½ inch to get full lockout, full control authority. So if you did 3, it would take 1 inch divided by 3, and it'd be like 0.33 inch to get full 100%.
Yeah,
Let me mute these guys here real quick. So let's go back to that. Why is that important? If customize show, if I had this at 1, I would have to throw my control sticks from my cyclic all the way to the right, all the way to the left, all the way up and down to get the full control authority. By taking this dual rates, put it at 1.9, now I don't have to be like real sloppy and just throw my controls left and right. I can be very precise, and if I need to get full lockout, I only have to move the stick halfway. This setting is very important if you go to a joystick or a controller like I have. This becomes very important because on a joystick and my controller, you have a lot of movement. So picture your joystick sitting in front of you. You can move it really far from center to really far to the right is a big area. So if you have dual rates dialed up, it shortens the amount of throw you have to put into the joystick. So you're not really sloppy and just slinging it everywhere. You can be very precise. So that's why I have these dialed up. This one's my collective, and I just keep it 1 to 1. So people don't know about dual rates. This right here is exponential in the RC world. And what you're seeing here, these bars, and there's 100 spaces, okay? Each tick it goes up to 100, is actually representative of these 3 graphs. So on my throttle, which is the top one here, I have it set all the way to the left with this is sensitivity, we'll call it 0. I got no sensitivity bars. That makes my throttle input behave like this. Now, this is only half the picture because you have to think about this as, I don't know if they call it a parabola or, calculus class or whatever, geometry class. This shape is actually this plus this. So it looks like that, okay? So picture that drawn out like that. What this means is when you have a shape like this, and I'm exaggerating it, you have a lot of area in this flat area right here, okay? So if this shape goes like that, and dead center is right here for your throttle, any position, dead center of your throttle is right here, hover. With it shaped like this, it wants to spend, no matter how you move your throttle up and down, the cursor's, the power band's going to be in the center area predominantly. Then when you get to the very full collective up, then it wants to boom, drop right to shoot right to the top, full throttle. So it's go boom right to the top. Lot of movement in here, and then boom right to the bottom. That's important for throttle because a lot of your flight, the most important part is landing. You want to get your throttle into the hover position, which is going to be this point right here. And remember, this shape goes like this. So if you have a lot of room to work with in this area, you know, I'm moving my throttle up and down right now. It's very easy to find the hover position. Conversely, all the way up, if I took this and put it all the way to the top, I'm going to show you something now. You can see it in this number right here. This shape now, you got to basically double it, like on the other side. This shape with this all the way up, you're following this curve, okay? So this curve really looks like it goes boom, down, and then boom. Looking left to right, because everything's left to right when you're looking at it for the power curve, you spend very little time in the center of this curve. If this line right here was extended, okay, double it in size, and that's the full throw of your collective. You know, here's the hover position, here's full collective up, full collective down would be over here, okay? This curve is actually, if it was extrapolated out, looks like this and like this, okay? Boom, boom. At this point, this is your hover. Looking left to right, you have a very small area where you can actually hover, because the farther you move left or right, it wants to get to this point. I hope that makes sense, because your curve's like this, hovers right here. You've got a very small little section where you're going to hover. Every deviation of more collective or less collective, it's going to be full on or full off, one or the other.
Subscribe, soldier. Do it now.
So what that means is I've got my collective centered right now because this number is 0 right here. I'm trying to hover. And I've got a dead zone too, so you got to take that into consideration. But when I go, if I'm trying to find hover, it jumps to like 30 really fast. 27, 30. I from 0 to that 30 on my controller is like a 1/16 of an inch. It's not an 1/8 of an inch. It's 1/8 of an inch. So if I was if I had this pumped up all the way trying to find a hover, I would never find a hover. I'd be going up and down, up and down, up and down. So and just playing devil's advocate, if you had it right in the center, 50 clicks, this mirrors your throttle exactly, because this is a straight line, and if you look across straight line, it's linear. It's a perfect line. So literally, every input you make, it's going to follow exactly. That's fine in the real life, but in ARMA, I dial this all the way down, so it naturally wants to find the hover position, which is right here. At this point is hover, perfect hover. And then this graph is extended out. You have a broad area where it naturally wants to always kind of be in that hover state in regards to power. And that's the key. Now, when I have this set all the way down, here's my collective again. Remember, I moved it 1/8 of an inch and it went to 30. Now I want to get to 30. For me to get to 30, I've moved it 1/2 an inch, halfway across. Instead of 1/8 of an inch, it's 4/8. It's a 1/2 inch. So I got a lot of wiggle room where I could bounce without looking at my controller, just off muscle memory. That's where the hover should be. And I got a lot of room to work. So right now I'm moving my collective up and down in my fingertips, and it's not even registering. That's also because of the dead zone. So if you're flying with a PS4 controller, I would definitely have this zeroed all the way out and a little bit of a dead zone. The bigger your control movements are, like I have this controller and I can move my stick 1 inch from center. If you have a joystick, my recommendation is you increase the dead zone. And I think these numbers off the top of my head are like 27 clicks, 27 clicks. This is my tail rotor. That might be 31. And I'm trying to, for my tail rotor, I'm creeping more towards the center, which would give me a kind of a linear input. But if I really want to smooth out my tail rotor, I can drop this down. The lower this is, the smoother you're going to fly. The lower this is, the smoother you're going to fly. The higher this is, this bar, the twitchier your controller is going to be. Now, if I didn't set my dual rates to 1.9 and kept them at 1 and kept this here at say 27 clicks, my helicopter would be real slow. I can actually show you actually. I don't know if you ever did this before, but if I did that, I made that 1 and drop this down to nothing. And let me fire this up. This thing's slow anyway, but you're gonna see if you do this in a Hummingbird, it's crazy slow. But you'll be able to see my stick. I'll be so like. Let me just try to get a hover here. Okay. You see how slow that is? I mean, this is a slow heli anyway. Now, if I do it exactly the opposite, and I'm just going to touch my dual rates because I don't want to make it uncontrollable yet. I'll show you something here. So now I only have to move my sticks 1/3 my cyclic to get full lockout. So you can already see it's just a lot quicker. Now, if I increase the exponential and full out exponential, it's basically gonna wanna be at these extremes. No matter where I'm at, it's gonna wanna be all left, all right, all forward, all back. And if you do it in the Hummingbird, it's basically uncontrollable. So I can't even. I'm trying to just hover, and I gotta basically just take my hands off the sticks almost. But it just wants to be full forward, full back, full left, full right. It's just super uncontrollable. So I hope that made sense. If you do that in a Hummingbird, it'll be apparent and more obvious. But this is like 1.9, and these are the settings I've had for a long time. And you zero that out, and then 1. Maybe too many. Let's see. Okay. Let me see if there's any questions. If anybody got any questions, man, throw them out. Let me look here. Didn't even realize those hidden binds. Yeah, that's where people. If you're flying with a joystick, excuse me. Any controller, you have to play with those, and you got to kind of pick at them. I could tell you exactly because I wrote them down too. Let's see here. And let's see here. Okay, so these numbers here, what they're really called are dual rates in the RC world. My dual rates, my settings are as they are. 1, 1.9, 1.9, 1. These for your collective, or your cyclic, I'm sorry, start smaller and work your way up. For dual rates, which is the sensitivity, it's 0. Oh, I got this backwards. This one's 17. So let me do that real quick. 1. This one's 17. tail rotor is 30. Dead zones, my collective, which is my top row, collective is at 31, and that's 31 clicks from 0. And then this cyclic is 28, 28, and tail rotor is 13. Now I've played around a little bit with modifying them for RHS, and what I did for just convenience sake is I kept them. I went back and kept them at my Hummingbird settings. So basically, those settings I just gave is my ideal settings for Hummingbird. Okay, something's wrong here. So I can already tell, just the way I'm flying, it's real twitchy. Oh, so I had that too high, obviously. What did I say that was? 17. Why? Oh, it's like I never saved it. That's crazy. And then you just 17. Check. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, and then the other thing too is like, it felt fast all of a sudden. Let's see here. Where am I going? There we go. So I hope that if you go to my very first tutorial video on how to land, I explain it. But that's like a long video, but it is chaptered out. And my settings back then, it would be kind of interesting because that was probably 3-4 years ago. I'd be curious to see if my settings increased or decreased. And I don't know why people don't talk about those settings more. I couldn't find anything, and I had to kind of work at it a little bit to figure out, okay, what am I looking at? But then it clicked, you know, it clicked. It's like, okay, these are dual rates and exponential settings, just like in the RC world. And for the quad stuff, they talk about, God, what's it called? PID rates, I think. It's the same. PID rates are dual rates and exponential rates. Curves, basically. And the curves is what smooths out your flying.
Okay.
Missed that. Let's see here. Let's see. Ah, thanks for the beer, man. Yeah, there it is. I got the alert. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. And I hate making videos. That's why I've been streaming, because I can just play the game and stream. But that was one of the videos I wanted to redo because and do it well, I guess, with side by sides, because I was going to do a video basically of my controller movements with what the hell he's doing. And because I'm more of a visual person, and I thought that would really help people kind of understand what was going on. But I don't know. I was using CapCut and I let my license expire, and I just can't bring myself to re-up it. So I don't know. I'm not very artistic, and man, making videos, it's all about art, being artistic and having a vision. And man, the people that do that are amazing. Maybe what I can do is one day just do a live stream on how to do it. Just kind of have some prepared notes and everything like that, and cover it. That way it's updated, I guess, too. That might be what I can do. Oh my God, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, boys. I'm glad you had questions, man. I love answering questions. That's kind of the one thing I did like about videos is trying to help people with flying. I remember when I first started flying, I got team killed so often. I didn't know which way was up. I was the auto hover guy that would just tap the basically tap the collective down button to land. And I don't know. I was frustrated with myself, and and then I got into flying, like landing with the it's everyone calls it the J hook, and it's the crank and bank, and I did that just so I could land. And the problem with that is that there's tons of them, but you learn so many bad habits, and it just doesn't help you in the long run. But once I figured out my controller situation, then I was like, okay. And I tell you what, coming from practicing on the drone simulation, once that clicked in my brain, and using my transmitter, flying became a lot easier. Now, obviously, I tried like landing in tight spots and stuff, but looking back at it now, flying the drone in ARMA 4, if you could fly the drone in ARMA 4, that would help with flying the helicopter, just because the amount of the tail rotor aspect of turning with the drone. What did you think was a joystick? I guess I didn't understand that. You said, I swore I thought it was a joystick. What I was flying? Oh, I don't want you to edit, man. I had another guy, I had a couple people offer. I feel so bad for people that got to edit. I can't pay you. That's the thing. I wouldn't want you editing without me paying you, and I can't afford to pay you to edit, and I would not take advantage of people like that. I grind on those when I was doing those edits. And it's embarrassing. I'd spend 12 hours on a 12, and that's no exaggeration. 12 hours on a 3-minute montage video. I don't know. I do appreciate the offer though, but I would never take you up on it.
Hey Grunt, subscribe already.
But yeah, that crank and bank, you're so out of control on that thing. And the only thing the crank and bank helped a little bit with was landing without a tail rotor, a little bit early on, and then I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. Looks a little hot. Get ready. Oh, game's almost over. Go. Bag of bones. Don't know where the end screen is. Let's see. No, I know you're offering it for free, but I would feel so guilty if if you did it and I didn't pay you. I can't. I'm sure they got a transmitter. When you go to set up the transmitter, you're gonna have to set up a simulation profile or a sim profile, because you don't want your transmitter transmitting, I guess, because you're just gonna wear the battery. Because you set it up as a sim and it uses the cable. You're gonna need a cable to connect to your PC. Make sure it's compatible with that cable. Get the cable. But the one thing I was gonna say is Mr. Steele, and he spells it S-T-E-E-L-E. He flies FPV drones, and he has an old video on how to set up your transmitter for flying simulator software on your PC, and that's what I use to set it up, and that's what you'll need to do to get your transmitter working for ARMA. It's straightforward. It takes about 5 minutes, but he walks you through it. It's a real good tutorial, so that's another tip. And I'll put a link to his channel there in a second. I can do that right now, actually.
Can you wait a second? I wait for my friends.
Give me 1 second here. Let's see.
Let's try and get this to you guys.
Watching Mr. Steele's videos and some others. What really got me into flying, or wanting to fly, I should say. Let's see here, I found it. I found one of them. This is what you're going to want to look for, though. I don't know if this is the exact one, but I'm looking at it now, and I do have some. I've started viewing it previously. Just give me 1 second here. There it is. This is where you'll find the channel on how to set up your PC or your transmitter. This is what I use. Yeah, if you get the transmitter, man, you're gonna love it. It's so smooth and precise, man. That's all I can say. I don't have a server, but I'm on the Code 4 Discord. Grumpy Joe or Steam. Yeah, definitely let me know. And I don't know why more people don't. I guess maybe they don't understand what I'm telling them what I'm using to fly. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're even thinking about getting an FPV drones itself, and you can always sell them. I mean, these transmitters, you could probably find one if you're patient. I'm sure cheap on eBay. If you guys want to know what I use to fly, just check the description of my stream. Got a link to it. It's the Tyrannus QX7. And this is the original one too. So this one's 5 years old that I'm playing on. And the only thing I've had to replace is the battery. It's got NiCads that are rechargeable. And I think this is my third set of batteries because it comes with one set and I bought in 2 sets. And I can just, once you charge it up, I can probably get like easily 10 hours, probably 12 hours of gameplay before I charge it back up. Let's try to get in here quick. Some guys. Some map I like playing for the Hummingbird. Pretty dark. I'll have to brighten it up. In here. This is always a little strange for me because I'm not used to flying, I guess, from this angle. Get him in here. Slowed down a lot. I don't know why I did that. Oh, I saw that come right up too. Let me check the chat here. Let's see. I don't know. If you're flying DJI, maybe. If you can connect them. I don't know if you can. I'm not familiar with it. But if you can connect it to your PC, I would say yeah. That, you know. The only reason I had the Tyrannus is because I was going to get into FPV drone. And I will say this, I don't know what the setup would be. You'd have to do some research, because there might be, if you can hook up DJI and do sim software, I'm just not familiar with it. I would say it's probably doable, but I would definitely look on YouTube to see if that's the case. If you got one sitting by, grab it, plug her in. The thing about DJI is they're made for DJI drones. So that's what you got to use if you get the drone. But I think if I didn't have a DJI or didn't plan on getting a DJI drone, I wouldn't get a DJI controller. I would definitely do the normal, FPV or RC plane helicopter controller, just because you can always sell it if you don't want to, and there's a ton of videos on YouTube about how they work and what they do and how to, I guess, configure them. And I don't even know where to land. And like on the controller I'm using, the connecting port, the cable connection port is at the bottom of the transmitter, and I've got like a 90-degree, I don't know if it's a mini C or micro C connector that it plugs in. And the reason they have these ports is if you want to do buddy system flying, if you're learning to fly remote control planes, you can connect two transmitters up and have someone who knows how to fly an RC plane be on one controller, and then you as a newbie flying on the other controller, and they could just flip a switch, and that's all it communicates. So I got a 90-degree cable that plugs in the base of that, and then I got an extension that runs to my PC. And I'm just literally sitting on my couch with the transmitter on my lap. Oh, I should have brightened the screen up more even. Good luck. I'm going to change that too.
Putty, more.
Yeah, I would only do a DJI if I had a DJI drone. Otherwise, I would get any one of a modern RC plane transmitter drone. They're all the same. And like I was saying, that Josh Bardwell is the other guy for FPV drones. And I just watched a video of his a few days ago on a controller, just because I was out the loop for a while. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll do FPV again, because they've got micro drones, and they got cheaper digital goggles that drop to $200. I was like, okay, that's something that would be fun on a quasi affordable schedule. And he had a video out of a transmitter. I thought it was like, I don't know, $70. And he was raving about it, so I was like, okay, if this one ever fails, I would do that. Let's see here. Try to squeeze it in there, I guess. Yeah, I appreciate everyone stopping by. If you haven't, just if you could hit the thumbs up button, it helps a lot. Does anybody play DCS? And if you do, I was curious if they had a kind of the controller set up like ARMA has. I would think they do, just because of the amount of different joysticks out there. A little bit of lag. Still having a hard time seeing my screen. It's one of the gripes I have is like I wish they launched these these games launched each round. I wish it was high noon because it starts off it's like 4 in the morning, 4:45, and it's like dark. I should log into Reforger one of these days to see if there's been any changes with the controller input options. I really wanted to play that game. I was so disappointed when I saw you can only use mouse and keyboard or Xbox. There he is. This guy. Alright, Spawn truck's up. Things are gonna shut down, I think. Oh, it must be broke. That's good.
Subscribe, soldier. Do it now.
Awesome. Yeah, make sure you let me know if it works out. Or if you need help. No way. Okay, don't buy it for $250. I got it in my Amazon link for like $120. If don't spend $250 on a transmitter, trust me. Go to eBay and buy a used one if you want to sample it, because I bet you could find one right now for like $40, $50. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't pay. I'll be honest. I wouldn't pay $250 for a transmitter if I was flying drones. I wouldn't. The one I have is perfect, or cheaper. That's funny. $250. You know, I'm all for supporting your brick and mortar, but I mean, come on now. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? That 250, that one for 250 was probably like a, oh no, like a 8-channel, I betcha. Yeah, that's good to hear. Me too. Having fun today. Like an 8-channel or heli, 12-channel heli or something like that. Quite honestly, I don't even know how many channels my Tyrannus is. It's probably 7, 5, 6. Wait, no. But mine might be a 10-channel. I got 3 switches on top, and then the sticks. I think each stick is 2, so you get 4. Oh, coming in too hot, too hot. Got saved it, I think. Good luck. I guess that's the one benefit of the little bird is it can scrub speed pretty fast. Yeah, overkill. Yeah, I mean, I know you can buy $1,000 transmitters too, but like $250, I guarantee you. You know, I live in a small town, but I used to live in a bigger one, and they had 2 hobby shops, and they always had like entry, mid-level, and then high-end transmitters. And if someone walked in and, hey, I'm thinking about getting an RC planes, why would you sell them a $250 transmitter? That's ridiculous. That's oh man. And you said that was it? What was the name? Is it a national hobby shop? Because that would be interesting to know. That would be surprising if that's all they had. Whoa! I didn't see that there. Give me one. I'm gonna check right now. I'm gonna see if I can find that one. I was talking about that video I was talking about. I want to find that guy here. Let's see here. He's got a whole series on how to.
Hey boys, what's up?
Let's see here. I'm trying to see if you can find the video again. I'll post his channel here. Let's see here. Let's see. So this guy has a lot of info on FPV. He does like the all the nuance and the tech stuff for FPV stuff, and I just watched a video on the controller I was talking about, and he has a whole series. Like if you're just getting into FPVs too, I just saw he's got a whole series on setting up your radio. You got to bind it to software and stuff like that. But I just watched one, and I thought it was $80. And he's raving about it. Yeah, that small local shop, man, he's got to be struggling if he was asking 250. Okay, what's up? Paint and technology. That's spam? It's a Russian. Yeah, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, that's fun. Alright, let's see here. Oh, we're winning. Let me see here.
Yo, can you hear me?
User 2.
I don't know how you stuck that landing, but good job. Oh, shit.
No, not the center, not the center.
Alright, let's see here. Yeah, with the transmitter too. If you do get a transmitter, just get a used one off eBay. Or if you're getting an FPV, if you could, I mean, if you shop through Amazon, use my link obviously, but with these, I got toggle switches on the top of it too, so that's why I can look left and right, and I can zoom. I got keybound to kill my engine, and then one of them I can use, I can flip to talk, gotta push the talk button, and then two I don't even use, up on the top there too, so. Alright, get ready. of lag. I don't know if you're seeing it on your end. Good luck. Sliding stop there. I don't know if you can hear that. I got a new dog yesterday. She's sleeping there and she's having a dream. She's yipping. Getting a poodle. We had a poodle. Ended up dying of cancer and seizures after 13 years early in the spring this year. My wife's been wanting another dog. This is a 3-year-old poodle. Just picked her up yesterday. She's still adjusting, but hopefully it goes well.
They hit people close to tower.
See, I just killed my engine with that kill switch. Oh no! Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Knocked that guy.
There was a guy here
That
in
is
front
funny.
of me on the second story house with a machine gunner.
Alright, let's see here. Okay, okay. Oh, this is weird. I just looked at this map and I couldn't remember which one it was for some reason. Oh, she just woke up. My puppy. This is Code 4 Gaming Server EU3 RHS Infantry. Got John Wayne on board.
Northeast, northeast,
Are you ready?
from our position.
Speed kills. Look, John. Go. Ah. Anybody got suggestions on a good gun? I'm only level 42, but I still have my perma buy. And this gun ain't cutting it. Let's see if I can get. Oh, I locked myself in the corner. Yeah, if you got a something where I don't need to use extra perks or anything. Where am I going? Let's get the mini map up. I'm a terrible
The guy
shot.
next to me died.
I'm a terrible shot, so I'm not expecting to live long here. Just looking to get some action and get back to flying. Everything sounds
I
close.
nearly didn't die, man. He's prone on the stairs, on top of the stairs.
No suggestions for a gun, guys? Let me see what the options are here at level 42. I mean, this one might be good. Mark 18. Scopes. Scar, forgot about that one. That one. By that one, sir. Have a scope for it. An ACOG sight.
Thank you.
It's got a little red dot.
Sending over my laser. On the beach.
What is? I don't like those. Well, I'll give that a run. See how it goes.
Thank you.
Unlock.
Gun chase, watch out, one parachuter over my laser below your position.
Spawn truck up.
I see you in left ridge.
Oh, I don't know why he does this.
Like less than 30.
Over my head without me seeing him.
Hey, Grunt. Subscribe
Yeah,
already.
he got the rocket.
By the way, there's spawn vehicles right over here. Like 10 meters north of me. But someone please mark it.
Hey!
It's marked. Sorry, something north. Like 20 meters east of my body.
Oh,
I want to please mark
big
it.
difference. It's the difference between the hummingbird and the little bird.
Oh.
The little bird here that I'm flying now,
He's
a
disabled.
lot slower
For ages.
in the control inputs, and then it's heavier, so it's not as responsive when you're coming to land. The rotor seems to spool up slower, so when you do your flare for landing and you bring up your throttle, you got to bring it up a little sooner. It slows a lot quicker. So like just as for general example, if I'm flying the hummingbird and I'm landing on a level spot, 600 meters out I'll lower the collective to 0. Where on this one I can, landing on a level area, I can wait till I'm 500 meters out or less. Sometimes it slows very, very quickly, scrub speed quickly. And it uses, like, in the hummingbird I can glide all the way to the LZ, where here I've got to feather the throttle and bring it to the hover position more. But you can kind of see it's more like lopey. Good luck.
I don't know where he is.
It's just lopey, slower to respond. And I will say at slow speeds, when your tail input comes into play, the tail input has more authority. Fun wise, I like flying the hummingbird better compared to this little bird. But I will say your landings are slower with this one too. That's the other thing. It is easier to land straight in with the little bird, just because it is able to scrub speed so fast.
I'll kill this sniper.
Like right here, it's already scrubbing speed where I got to give collective to power up. It's also a little harder to stay in one place to hover for some reason. At least for me, like when I come in and I want to hover like in one spot, it wants to walk a little bit. seems, I mean, I'm doing pretty good now, quite honestly, but normally, like, when I come in, I really have to move the joystick compared to the Hummingbird, but I think that's just because I'm less familiar with it.
Somewhere far on the hills.
You know, just as a reference for this one,
Luckily, it's not
I've got 2800
Yeah, he's saying
inserts.
ass.
Where on...
I'm getting shot at right now.
Hold on 1 second here. Where on my, in the Hummingbird, I've got over 102,000. So clearly, I don't have as much time in this one as the other one, but it's heavier, it's slower, but it's still kind of fun. I like the fun part of this one is because it's a little slower landing. It's it appears smoother. Like you can, it seems like you can fly smoother compared to the Hummingbird. Sometimes it looks a little like twitchy, but so like this Huey here on this server, there's a white one, and that white one, yeah, flies a lot like this little bird, where you could approach the landings kind of the same way. But I think it's $2,000 a crack, and I don't have much cash on this server. But I like the look of this heli too. It's fun. This guy just... Is there a guy in the water here? Did he bail? I swear I saw someone parachute out there. Alright, let's pick a spot real quick here. Let's go, Joe. The speed's slower in this heli too, that's the other difference, but... Look. Ooh. The other thing too, I kind of talked about too, but like if you, I don't know if you ever watch any of my how-to videos, but like when you're landing, you really don't want to go above the hover position on your collective. But if you do it on this one, if you hold it higher than hover for a second, it spools up and it kind of carries momentum where you'll kind of like do a pogo stick where you pop up just from that extra energy in the rotors. See, like right now I'm doing like 185, 190 kilometers an hour. It's just slower. I think that it's, you know, technically it's an older helicopter, so it's probably, you know, back in the day it was underpowered or something. I don't know. But like your tail has a lot of authority, tail rotor. Try to put it there. Surprised you're winning. 14-2. Inserts to deaths. Check the map. A lot of people in the church. lot of dead guys. It's close. Guy camping our side of AO. We're doing real good. All right, let's think this one through a little bit here. Here we go. Dutch ace. Coming this way a little bit. Gotta watch that guy on this side of AO camping. Are you sniping or are you playing AO before dropping? Decide's got a 50 cal. Okay, don't worry. Good luck. He's playing AO now. Other guys are not on our side of AO. the dice. They've had people on our side of AO here, but gotta kind of thread the needle, I think. Get where I want to go.
Subscribe, soldier. Do it now.
Try something different here. Been trying to practice my right-hand landings. Look. And it's a lot, I don't want to say a lot easier. It's easier on RHS with the little bird just because it moves slower when you're coming in hot, and in the Hummingbird on the vanilla servers there, it's moving fast, so it's a little easier to anticipate corrections. So I'm trying to work on that. These guys got to start moving with prio. See if I can get in there. I don't know. That might be too tight right there. Gotta be careful, I almost flew into the big good. Yep, they're camping right there. Campers on the right. A truck going on the road, there's campers up ahead, be careful. You guys fucked. You ready? LZ's tight. Go. He missed with the rocket. Oh man. Oh no. Come on, Joe. Oh. Dog just came up to me. That was close, guys. I'll be honest with you. That was close. The rocket missed. There was a tree where I wanted to land, and it kind of looked like that on the map, but just looking at the size of the circle. But sometimes that's deceiving because they're not as big as they appear. Let's load up, boys. Now the guy wants to get on board. This could be a colossal mistake just because generally there are usually enemies at this barracks, whatever you want to call it. But let's see what happens. Look. Got lucky. Got lucky. I'll take it. It's a good setup right there, getting in front of Brian like that. Let's see where we're at. Insert wise, 26 and 2 for inserts to death. Let's see here.
One guy on top of my body, John.
Turn the brightness down. I jacked it up when the round started and get a lot of washout here. Alright, get ready. Fly to that lake pole. was closer. John Wayne, this guy's a killer. Alright, spawn truck's gone, that's good. Alright, let me see here. I don't know where to go. I'm sorry guys, I looked away for a second. My damn dog barked. Oh, I'm alive still. My dog barked at the correct turn and I crashed. Ta-da! Those guys gotta take jet skis in. That probably wasn't a good LZ anyway. Oh, let's see here. Kind of leaning towards this area, but. Alright, here we go. Nozzle right up in this little LZ here. This is one I use flying the Hummingbird, but I approach it from a different angle, so it'll be different. Probably more difficult. Oh, way too fast. I gotta try to scrub speed here. Ah, too far. Jump! Jump! Ah! Dog's getting all nervous. That was poo-poo right there. That's what that was. That was poo-poo. It's doing so good too. Let me adjust my brightness. Let's look here.
Hey, Grunt. Subscribe already.
There we go. There's a girl. guys, if you haven't done so yet, please smash that thumbs up button. It really helps the video, the algorithms here on YouTube. Appreciate it. God, go! Oh, keep poo-pooing this. Oh, let's see here. I'm gonna get shot. Oops, wrong one. That heli just fell straight down. You see that? Pro tip, guys, if you prepare the heli and you jump in the co-pilot seat and fly back like that, sometimes that throws the enemy off. They won't know where to shoot. They're shooting at you. Obviously switch sides once you get up here. All right. How we doing here? Okay, we got that. A lot of dead guys there. Let me try to park it in here. How about that? view angle such where I can't zoom out and see ahead of me. Just slip it in here. Clock. A little sloppy, kind of slow, stalled out, but it's hard to get tight LZs quick with this heli. Full load this time. Full pull. No. That wasn't good. But it should be repaired quick, apparently. Here we go. We're gonna win this game by now. It was going really fast initially. I am not good repair. Should just smash them. Let's see here. Let me see if I can park it in there. There on the shore. Get ready. Look. I did rid of the handrail. Wow. Kissed it. "41 and 4. Pretty much lost control of Prio. We haven't been able to recapture it.
Subscribe, soldier. Do it now. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
try something else here. This one right here. See if I can get any takers on this one. Alright. I could be playing with fire. Here we go. This one sounds cool. Just chopping in air. This could be sketchy, guys. I forgot. I think I dropped the collective way too late on this one. Gotta divert. Go, 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 go. I forgot, so like this celly carries a lot of energy, so when you lower that collective, you got to do it pretty far out. Actually, I totally forgot about that. It's been a while since I flew this one. It's pretty tough though. You saw with that landing, it can take a little bit of abuse. So it just wants to glide. See, I cut the throttle, I cut the engine off already. John Wayne, frequent flyer. Squirrely right now, I don't know why. Oh no, oh no. Go!
Royally, enemy spawn vehicle is on my map.
I'm hooked on something. I broke free! Go! This thing's a beast. leaking fuel. It's weird, it doesn't feel like it wants to climb. The motor got no juice, I got the collective all the way up. Oh no! Let's get the map up so you can see where I'm going. Okay. I think I'm good. Yeah, I had something wrong with the motor. Got no juice. No oomph. It's got the holding the collective down now. Collective up, collective up. Oh, I got her, I got her. That's funny. Hey guys, if you haven't done so, please smash that like button. Appreciate it. Beast. Whoa. Little squirrely. Little squirrely. I'm starting to wonder now if I shouldn't have just kept flying the little bird. Let's park it in there. Focus. Lots of speed. Go, 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 go. I'll take it. I'll take it. That one felt really good, actually. What? You want to... That one aviation kid, I want to play ARMA 3, but can't find any servers or my game won't work. Can you play your game in the editor mode? I mean, your game kind of like either works or it doesn't. So if it works in editor mode, then you'll be able to play online. Sometimes finding that server, I remember thinking back when I first started, I didn't understand how it worked. How to find them sometimes. I was confused, didn't know what game modes were. I was just by chance I would find King of the Hill or something. So if you're, I mean, if you can play the game in editor, it'll work online. Unless I guess my only other thought is maybe your internet is really slow, which kind of seems weird. Slow. The gameplay itself, when if it's slow, it might. I guess maybe it's your system. Is you got an older system? I'm just kind of spitballing here. I'm just guessing, I guess. Let's see here. Oh, if your Wi-Fi is slow, yeah, it's going to be hard. I know. I don't have the greatest internet where I live, and if it's getting used elsewhere, like a TV's on and you're streaming, and depending on the server, I can get a lot of lag. If you ever do a speed test, and whatever your speed is, that's a good indicator. Like I get 100 megs download, 12 upload for my speeds. If that helps you. Yeah, just type speed test in your web browser there and you'll find a bunch of free ones. Alright, get ready. Yeah, it's a fun game, man, but you need some faster speeds. If you got DSL, it's probably not going to work. I forgot where it's going to land. Go, 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 go. Oh, shit. Yeah, when I first started playing, I had a 1800 graphics card. I didn't know graphics card helped, but if your internet speed is going to be the one there for gameplay. At the servers, internet speed for gameplay on the server, for playing servers, and then PC for everything else. But your graphics card, it's graphic card intensive. And right now I got a 3060. And I think prior, I can't remember what I had, I can't even remember, 2070, I don't know. And the 3060 is a lot better than the 2000 series. And I was just at Walmart, and they have a 4070 for $300, and I almost thought about getting that, but I need to upgrade my whole computer at this stage. I kind of piecemealing it as I went. I'm due. Yeah, I think it's GPU.
You gotta go.
That was my understanding with the
No.
ARMA. ARMA was GPU heavy. Sorry if you hear my dog in the background. We got a new dog yesterday. She's still adjusting. I know I've got my graphics settings on this game pretty much maxed out, and that helped a lot. Your download speeds, it might be too slow. If it's 26, I'm trying to fly and read the chat and not get smoked, but I'm looking from a distance here.
Hey, Grunt. Subscribe already.
I got shot, guys. I'm gonna read chat real quick. Let's see, that's the way I said. Okay, I'll try that. If you're running a 1070, dude, on your GPU, your graphics are garbage. I know. That's what I mean. That's what I started with 5 years ago. I mean, why not just buy a bigger graphics card at this point? I mean, I guess it's your definition of garbage. Right. Oh, that thing just spawned. I mean, like I said, there's a 40, 70, or 60 at Walmart right now. At my local Walmart, it was $2.99. And I think I paid $3.25 for my 3060 last year. But I think and you've got a Ryzen, let's see, Ryzen 9. How come you have such a high CPU and like you haven't done anything with your GPU? That seems odd. Here we go. Money. I get that, brother. But I guess my point is you've pumped up your CPU with it. You didn't like step it up, like in stages, I guess, because I did CPU, GPU, CPU, GPU, kind of stepping like that. I guess that's the only reason I asked, because it seems like your CPU is strong for a small graphics card or an outdated one. I mean, how old is that graphics card? That's got to be 5 years old, eh? Black Friday will be coming up soon. Good work, guys. Good game, guys. All right, let's see what the final tally is here for Grumpy Joe. I got 59 inserts, 7 deaths, 6 vehicles destroyed. Let me back on here real quick. Let me look at the chat. Got the Ryzen through work. Okay, that makes sense. Pretty much only play ARMA. Hey, I'm exclusively ARMA too. I built my computer for ARMA, like when I started, because I wanted to play ARMA. Yep. Yeah, I hear you. Cool beans. All right, I appreciate everyone stopping by. I'm gonna try to stream more often, but that's it for today. Thanks again for stopping by, guys. Have a good one.